Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. So, for those of you on Facebook, you're catching this afterwards because there is a problem with Facebook, and I wasn't able to live stream to both YouTube and Facebook at the same time this morning. So, I had to go live on YouTube, and then I will share this to Facebook. So, if you wonder why it wasn't live, that's why. So those of you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is where it will go when Facebook doesn't work. If you're watching this recorded and streamed later on Facebook, well, then I encourage you, go to Pastor Stitch on YouTube and subscribe. You can get notifications. You can catch me live. You can interact with me. Rhonda and Kay are here this morning with me, along with a few others, and so I am grateful for that. But just wanted to share that with you. There are occasions Facebook is making changes, and I don't know what that's going to look like going forward. But so far, YouTube has made it possible for me to interact consistently. So just an FYI for you. Today is April 16th, 2025. We are looking at Proverbs 16, and I am going to look at verse 25. Proverbs 16:25 says, "There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death." You know, I have been around the recovery community for a little while, and I have interacted with hundreds, if not more, individuals who come and go through the system of recovery. And it is really evident when someone who has been very self-destructive and other-destructive, meaning they blow up their life and everyone around them, when they come in and they start to find some sobriety, and the fog is starting to clear out of their life, but yet they're not really believing that any change is necessary other than they have to stay sober. And probably because the things that blew up around them created such a chaos that they can't have some semblance of life with themselves. But they're telling everyone they're great, and they're expecting everyone to run to them, congratulate them, love on them, give them everything because, well, they're finally doing it all right. They're working the program. It's called the pink cloud, and I experience it on a regular basis. And I have become jaded. I'll be honest. I've become jaded with that because the pink cloud can turn into real recovery. It absolutely can. But it breaks my heart so often when the pink cloud bursts because the first real struggle comes up and the people don't realize that they haven't even worked step one yet. They haven't really realized that they're absolutely powerless to do anything right. And so reaching out to all these people and saying, see how good I'm doing, I'm great, you got to love me right where I am at, and pick up where we left off 20 years ago. And expect it to happen. And when the people maybe can't do that yet, or they've learned to move on, and to make room for that person is going to take some work and effort. And quite honestly, we need to see some change first. We need to know that you're really working the program. We've got to see that step 3 is active in your life. After you've realized that you couldn't do it, you had to realize that there is a God. He can and wants to do it. That's a big realization in and of itself. But then you got to surrender and let him. And really, that that's a process that you have to look at and see over a period of time. The amends process and the reconciliation process is much further down the line, and oftentimes I see the pink cloud somewhere around 30 to 60 days. And I've seen it last up to a year, maybe a little bit more, before things become real. There is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end, it leads to death. Guys, I'm struggling today because I have an individual that is on a pink cloud. And I know they're on a pink cloud because they've come back to me and they've told me how great they're doing. And they haven't recognized any of what they've done to blow the world up around them. And they're expecting me to step back in as if nothing happened. And I want to love them right where they're at. But they're living this way that seems right. And it's not there yet. Today I'm praying for that individual. I'm praying for God to give me a proper response. I'm asking for you to pray for me, that I will be of use, not enabling someone dear to me. And I have enabled in the past, and I can't do it anymore. And so it was no surprise this morning when I opened my Bible and read in Proverbs 16, there is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end, it leads to death. And there's more in here telling me what to look for, but there's also more in here and telling me about my heart and how to interact with that individual. Sometimes it can become very difficult, but the reality is there is a way that is right, and it leads to life. And that is to turn your life and your will over to the power and care of Jesus Christ. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.